All right, how's everybody doing? This is the Comic Samurai. I want to welcome you to my next video, and tonight we're going to be doing another Let's Rank challenge. This is where we look at a run on the series and assign every cover a letter grade from A to F, and then pick our favorite and award it that special S tier ranking. And tonight we're going to be looking at George Perez's mighty run on the new Teen Titans. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First up, we got this issue number 1, and when George Perez and Marv Wolfman jumped on this title in 1980, they revolutionized this young team of heroes. So let's go ahead and have a look at this cover. It's a beautiful introduction of the team there. I love how it's symmetric, the colors are bright. You knew this was going to be a younger flavor on a superhero take. These were teens, these were new Teen Titans. Right there in the title, and George Perez couldn't have had a better presentation on this first one. I love it, it's iconic, and we're giving this one an easy A. Next up we got issue number 2, and this is an instance where the second issue is almost more famous than the first. Of course, this issue introduced that character of Deathstroke, and they were pretty adamant about calling him Deathstroke the Terminator when he was first introduced there. And he's on the silhouette in the cover there. You've got all the Titans fallen and Raven facing this one lone villain there, but it really does hinge on the success of Deathstroke on this cover. It's another beautiful cover. I love the colors, I love the introduction. That's how you do it, and we're giving the second issue another A. Next up we got issue number 3 here, and they wanted to define who their rogues gallery was going to be. And I always associate Dr. Light with the new Teen Titans, and he's got a long history with them. He's always wanted to defeat them, and this is a beautiful cover here. It doesn't quite hold up to the other ones there. I don't like how all these figures in the yellow there were just colored with orange ink there. So much of the details there are lost, and I can only give this one a B-. Next up, we got issue number 4 here, and I do like the idea of the Titans going up against their JLA counterparts. So you've got the adult and kid versions of some characters. You've got Batman and Robin there, kind of a Zatanna and Raven play against each other. I like how they're evenly matched. You wanted to see how Wonder Woman was going to go up against Wonder Girl there. It's just a great setup for a good battle and to see what the relationship is going to be between these two teams. I love it, and we're giving this one an A. Next up, we got issue number 5 here, and this is where the Titans fought some unnamed villains. This is the first one where they were kind of unrecognizable there. You just kind of have this nameless beast here fighting the Titans there, and there's a lot of blurbs to read, and I never liked that one. I can only give this one a C. Next up we got issue number 6, and again they're fighting a villain, but this one is actually an established villain, and he's got a name, Trigo, and this is supposed to be Raven's dad here. I like the black background there with the lightning striking. It's a beautiful cover. I like the layout of this one with the central image of that villain, all the Titans around him on the edges, but you've got this Earth in the background kind of being shattered, and that's just a little bit hokey. And I love this cover, but the best I can give it is a B+. Next up we've got issue number 7, and when George Perez jumped on this title, he really made it his own. He's got quite a run for covers here. But on this one, you've got Dr. Light proclaiming how he's going to beat the Titans there, and these different screens here. It is a great image. It's fun. You know what you're getting into on this one, and I'm giving this one a B-. Next up, we got issue number 8, and this one always reminded me of that Avengers annual that introduced Rogue, where they had different panels, and it didn't work. This one does. These different panels are separated in kind of a star pattern, and they all kind of have a different color scheme on them too. I like this one. It's a beautiful cover. You can look at all the images. It's like getting 6 covers in one, and I'm giving this one a B. Next up we got issue number 9, and this is a play on the marionette trope, where you've got the figures being controlled by strings, like they're puppets there. And I think of all the examples, this is one of the best. George Perez is a master. I like the blue background as they wash to the white on the bottom there. I like this cover, and I'm giving it another B. Next up we've got issue number 10, and this is one where they tried that trope of the bullseye, where you've got concentric circles that bring your eye to a focal point. And you've got this very phallic looking missile that's about to hit the Titans there, but I didn't like the color scheme that they chose. The red fading to pink on those circles with the yellow The colors on this one just didn't work for me. I'm giving this one a C. Next up, we've got issue number 11 here, and this is where you've got the Titans kind of fighting just this one lone kind of godlike hero there, and it's Starfire and Wonder Girl up against him, and for some reason it didn't work. This is how a lot of Perez's figures started to look, with that curly kind of afro that was big in the 80s, almost a mullet, and I didn't care for this one much. When they get into this style of superhero or villain, it just turned me off, and I can only give that one a C, and that's a C-. Next up, we've got issue number 12 here, and I did like this, where you've got two teams fighting. It's very reminiscent of X-Men number 100, where you've got the two teams facing each other right in the middle there. You've got some recognizable characters, and it begs the question, why is Wonder Girl going up against Starfire? What's the beef there? And this is a beautiful battle image there, but I gotta point out, some of the figures there, look at the men, the male figures here, how they have like receding hairlines and then these big sideburns there, and that look just does not work for a compelling image for me. It's a trope that Perez used in a lot of his covers at this time, and I can only give this one a C. Next up, we got issue number 13, and this one always reminded me of the opening of Raiders of the Lost Ark when they reveal that statue. And this one, it's nighttime there, and they're shining the light. And it's the Doom Patrol, and you've got that robot man who's been destroyed there, and the reaction of the new Teen Titans. I like this one a lot, and I'm giving it a very strong B. Next up, we got issue number 14, and this one did not work for me. They're introducing this new villain, but they show his back, and he's blasting them with light, and Beast Boy's the only one in color, but the silhouette didn't work, the colors on it. I hate the combination of yellow and purple. I know they're complementary colors, but that mix never worked for me. Then you throw in the orange and the blue in the trade dress, and it just gets muddled on this one, and it's my first one that's dropping down into a D. Next up, we got issue number 15, and this was a decent cover here. It's a good battle cover, but there's just a lot going on. It's very busy. I wish they would have centralized it a little more. I know there's a lot of villains that are interacting in different ways. Gar had to team up with some villains here to rescue the Titans against other villains. It's a bit contrived, though, and the best I can do on this one is a C. Next up, we got issue number 16, and this is kind of a famous comic for introducing Captain Carrot and the Zoo Crew there. It's got a big blurb where they're going to have this preview comic there, and I never liked that. It just takes up so much of the title there, and if I wanted to buy a Captain Carrot comic, I would have bought it. I bought my new Teen Titans comic, though. And sometimes they even charged you more, and for that reason, I mean, I do love this image, and I would probably give it an A, A- if it was the entire cover, but because of that, I can only give this one, you know what? Yeah, I can only give that one a C. Next up, we got issue number 17, and this one, it's got a very Perez-type central figure there. He loves these young girls who are in this dramatic pose. And this one, she's grabbing her head and screaming, and it's causing all this destruction. And it should work in theory, but in this one, the practice, it just wasn't a very compelling image for me, and I can only give this one a B. Next up, we got issue number 18, and this is one of my least favorites of Perez's run. They tried to reintroduce this superhero of Starfire here, and his costume is just one of the most uninspired costumes I've seen. I didn't like the colors, I didn't like the design of it, and they tried to make a big deal of it. He's the central force, and because he was a failure, I gotta say I can only give this one a D. Next up, we got issue number 19, and this is an interesting one where they had some weather elements on the cover. And you can see that Perez here drew some snow falling, and each individual flake was outlined in black. And I like that technique. If you're going to draw precipitation, rain, snow, sleet, whatever on the cover, do it like this. It's a great battle scene, and you get a flavor for the temperature. It's cold, it's wintertime there, and it's so rare that they can capture that. I like this image, and I'm giving it a very strong B. Next up, we got issue number 20 here, and while this is one of my favorite reads as a story, I love this one. I think it's a hidden gem. But it's hidden because the cover isn't that great. Look at how it's these hands, and it's supposed to be one of the Titans riding home. I believe it's Wally West, Kid Flash there, but he's holding a pen, and he's got one of those kneaded erasers in his hand. Nobody does that when they're writing a letter, and they tried to draw these pictures on it, but they're in different colors. It didn't work. Oh, this is such a great story, and I recommend it to anybody, but this cover, boy, I can only give this one a D. Next up, we got issue number 21, and this is another one that included a preview in it. And you can see that they used this border there, and they ate up so much of the image. I hate that, but it's a beautiful image. Look at this central figure here with the fallen Titans being carried. I would give this one an A if it didn't have that border, but because of that, I'm only giving it a B-. Next up, we got issue number 22 here, and this is one of my favorites. It's very symmetric. You've got the central image of Brother Blood there, and he's towering above all the images of the Titans there. The yellow background, he's got a great costume design there. I celebrate this one, and I'm giving it an A. I love that cover. Next up, we got issue number 23 here, and this is where they introduced Starfire's sister, and there's a big battle between them. For some reason, it didn't work, though. That mint green background there clashed with Starfire's costume and her sister, and his sister can shoot this dark bolt from her hand there, and it's just a cliche of a power there. This one fell pretty flat for me, and I can only give it a C. Next up, we got issue number 24, and I like this one better. They continued that drama of the conflict between the two sisters there, and in the middle, caught in the middle, are the Titans. This is a beautiful image here. I like this one a lot more, and I'm giving it a B+. Next up, we got issue number 25, and this was a very powerful green cover. Look at the colors on this one. Again, you've got that Starfire's sister there, the Titans here, this illuminated figure in the background there. This one didn't draw my eye in for some reason. There's not enough differentiation between the foreground, the midground, and the background there, and they had a chance to do that. These guys could have been colored a little. Well, they'd have been fine there, but just make this one in the middle there and make this one stand out. Bring it closer. They had all this space here that they wasted. I can only give this one a C. Next up is issue number 26, and this is another cover where precipitation, in this case rain, is falling, and I don't like how this is done. Perez drew the image and then just took white ink and smeared it across the image. And not only does that not look like rain or precipitation, but it looks like it's been scuffed on the cover there. And it muddies the image behind it. I love the splashes in the water there, and if he'd have just circled each one of those white things with black to outline and define it, I would have liked this cover a lot more. But the pretty boring figure of these kids running and just the silhouette of the Titans, it's a Titans cover. Make them more prominent on the cover. I can only give this one a D. Next up, we got issue number 27 here, and I did like the incorporation of these graphic elements in the background where it's kind of a maze there. But they're almost letter-like, and I always find myself trying to see if there's a word there, thing or something or an H or even the negative space. Like, did Perez try to sneak in a hidden image? I don't think he did, but it is a compelling cover there. You've got this central image, all the Titans circling around Cyborg and this falling person there. I like this one, and I'm giving it a B, maybe a B-. Next up, we got issue number 28, and this is where they introduced Tara, and she was going to be a pretty big character in the Titans for quite a while. But this is how you introduce a character. Right in the middle there, her powers controlling the Earth up there, and all the Titans dealing with it, reacting to her. You get a pretty good shot of her costume. There's a lot of questions. Who is she? Villain? Foe? Is she gonna... What's her personality like? And it was a compelling introduction, and I do like this one. I'm giving it a very strong B. Next up, we got issue number 29, and I did like this one. Now they introduced Speedy, and he was a great addition to the Titans there. He's got his problems with the drug history and all that, but you've got these three villains towering over him there, and he's shooting upward, drawing your eye. The flow of the cover's great. This is a strong cover, and I'm giving it a B. Next up, we got issue number 30, and this one features Tara front and center. Now, she changed her mask a little bit, her costume there. And again, the Titans Tower makes it symmetric there with the Titans around her. You're starting to question whether or not she's on the good guy's side or not, and you can see that she's definitely teamed up with Deathstroke. This is a beautiful cover. I like this one a lot, and I'm giving it a very strong B. Next up is issue number 31, and I love this cover. It's got a beautiful blue motif there. Look at how the colors in the trade dress just complement it so well. It sets it off. You've got this towering, foreboding image of Raven, and you get an idea of truly how powerful she is on this cover. All those villains defeated, like begging for mercy, these concentric rings of energy flowing out. I love that. It's a beautiful Perez cover, and I'm giving this one an A. I love that cover. Next up, we've got issue number 32, and in this one, they tried to introduce these two new characters there, and I did not like them. They didn't last very long. I think they're killed off pretty soon. But Thunder and Lightning are trying to be introduced there, and their costumes, I just felt, were so uninspired. I didn't like anything about that. This one didn't work as an introduction, and I'm giving this one a D-. Next up is issue number 33, and there's a lot going on in this cover. You've got this image of Trigon face down in the water and a reflection. And in the reflection, you see the dock that the Titans are standing in, and even though they're upside down, you can still read their expressions and their body language, and it's just a great introduction to a mystery. I love this cover, and I'm giving it a very strong B. Next up, we got issue number 34, and I really do like this cover. It's an image of a Deathstroke shooting up like a poster of the new Teen Titans there. And their images are great, and him just blasting through it. I love that, and look at how Tara is secretly placed in the cover there. I like this one a lot, and I'm giving it a B. Next up, we got issue number 35, and this one didn't work so much for me. You've got this damsel in distress, but this nameless gunman here up against Cyborg. It's like, where are the rest of the Titans? Why should I care about this solo story here? And Cyborg up against somebody with a gun, that's just not much of a threat. I didn't connect with this one very well, and I'm giving it a D. You know what? I'm going to give it a C because I did like the colors on it. Her pink sweater did match well with that turquoise, so I'm going to raise this one up to a C. Next up, we got issue number 36, and this is another one of those precipitation covers. And it's important to me that it's done right and done well, and this is another one that failed for me. Perez had this white image there, and those never work for me. When there's no defined black outline, you're supposed to be able to make out what the silhouette is, but it's got all this rain falling, and the rain is just, again, white ink with no defined edges. I don't care much for this one, and I'm giving it a C-. Next up, we got issue number 37, and this is a great battle cover here. All those characters, wherever you look, there's action taking place, conflict. It is fairly horizontal, though. It would have been a little bit more dynamic, I think, if it would have been like things coming at you. It seems pretty two-dimensional. It's a beautiful fight image, though, and I'm giving this one a B-. Next up, we got issue number 38, and this is probably my least favorite of the run. I do not like this type of painted cover. I'm a big George Perez fan, and I love when he experiments with different things, but a lot of the time, they don't work, his experiments. And this is one that did not. You can't even tell that that's Dick Grayson in the background there. And this poster of Donna Troy, it just is not flattering at all. The painted work, it's just a fail for me. It's not a compelling image for me, but it is a great mystery, and it's a shame. But this one is a fail, and I'm giving George his first F on that one. Next up, we got issue number 39, and this is another one that is one of my favorite reads of all time. It's where Wally West gives up the identity of Kid Flash, and Dick Grayson gives up his identity as Robin, soon to be changed. And I like the white background there, but that trope of the heroes walking away from their responsibility with their head down, it's a bit overdone, but this is a great read of a comic too. But the best I can give on that cover is a B. Next up, we got issue number 40, and Brother Blood is back, and back with a vengeance. Look at how he's rising from the lava there. It's like he's in hell. I love those towers, those columns, the pools coming at you, the flames rising. This is a beautiful cover, and I'm giving it a very strong A. I love that one. All right, next up we got issue number 41, and this is the first issue where they switched over from the new Teen Titans to Tales of the Teen Titans, where you've got the Titans like strung up there, and it's just a silhouette of them. They're not used black, they're drawn with red ink, and I don't like that. It's just a pretty static image. You have to figure out what's going on. They're in a shaft. Is that Brother Blood? He doesn't fit there. He really looked at home in that last hell-like landscape, but in this one, it just didn't work for me, and I'm giving it a C-. Next up, we got issue number 42, and this is part 1 of the Judas contract, where Tara really started to let her colors show that she was going to be a traitor. And this is what Deathstroke sees through her eyes. Every image that she sees gets sent to Deathstroke there. And this red silhouette on the top there, it didn't really work. I wish it would have been more defined there. I do like the colors, I do like the black and the TV screens, but the fact that they're all black and white, they could have put some color in there and it would have been a better cover for me. Best I can do on this one is a C. Next up, we got issue number 43, and look at how they had multiple screens on this cover too, but guess what? They used color on them, and isn't this a much more appealing cover to the eye? You can look at each one of those separated screens and get a little bit of a story. And I like how each one has its own unique color. This is a beautiful cover, and I'm giving it a very, very strong B. Next up is issue number 44, and this one's kind of known for being the introduction of Nightwing. Dick Grayson has graduated from Robin, and he will rarely, if ever, put those threads back on, and from now on will be known as Nightwing. Now this version of his costume, it was a little bit hokey. That yellow on the shoulders there didn't work 100% for me, but it was a great introduction. This character of Jericho never worked for me. That yellow afro with the sideburns is such a terrible look, and George Perez clung to it. He wanted to make it work so bad. But the best I can do on this one is a B. Next up is issue number 45, and this is a pretty compelling image of Aqualad carrying his fallen girlfriend there, stepping out of an elevator dripping wet. But you have to read the text to find out what's going on, and the tan brown background there. This is an okay cover, but the best I can do on that one is a C. Next up, we got issue number 46, and I really didn't like this one. They introduced this new character right there, sitting on the throne in this pink wardrobe there, with this washed out blue background there. This I didn't think worked at all. The yellow and the pink clash, this uninteresting character with the white hair, and you can't even make out what's going on in the background there. I'm sorry, but this one's getting a very strong F. I do not like that cover at all. Next up, we got issue number 47. And I always like a cover that brings an interesting aperture onto the cover. And this is a strange opening there. It's like the hive. What does that mean? But you see Nightwing standing strong with all the other Titans around him. I wish it was a little clearer what this black aperture that you're looking through is. It is a great image, but because they wasted so much of that space with black, I'm only going to give this one a B. It is a strong B, though. Next up, we got issue number 48, and this was one of the weaker covers for me. You've got some of the Titans fighting some villains, but there's only 4 villains up against 5 of the Titans. It's like, this should be a pushover, especially when they're nameless villains. I didn't recognize any of them, and just those blue and white stripes in the background. This wasn't a very compelling image for me at all. I thought it was a pretty uninteresting one, and I'm giving it a D. Next up, we got issue number 49, and he came back, Perez did, with this image that I love. He experimented with a new type of image in the background there, and this is one that worked and excelled and just conquered. I love this cover there, that yellowish green. It's sickly. Dr. Light gleaming with a strobe pulse from his chest there. The image of the Titans in the background, you can make it out. It works for me. I love this cover, and I'm going to give this one an A. I just think the colors on it are beautiful. Next up, we got issue number 50, and it's a special wedding issue, and I never like those very much. It's a little too melodramatic for me, and this one in particular I do not like. When you can really get a flavor of the time period because the clothes are very stylized, it doesn't work for me. And this just screams like late 70s, although it took place in the early 80s. I just think Perez's fashion sense on this one was a fail. The suits that they're wearing in the background and the dresses there and this yellow silhouette there, I just didn't like. And the main lead's got an afro there. It just didn't work on so many levels just because of the style of clothing and hair. And it just, it screams that time period that just is unappealing to my eye. I don't like a wedding cover, and I'm giving this one a D. Next up, we got issue number 51, and it's got Gar transforming into a lion on the cover there. But there's only 3 stages of his transformation, and right here he's a bird. Like, why even change into a bird in the middle there? And this character of Jericho, I didn't like his design at all. His hair was just such a fail for me. Didn't like this one, and I'm giving it a D. Next up, we got issue number 52, and they tried to introduce this new villain of Cheshire on the cover there. And she's supposed to be slashing these posters of the Titans, and it's a good theory, but it just didn't work on this one. Again, that spotlight, too, I usually like that, but something about it just didn't work. I didn't like the design of her costume. And the fact that her scratch starts way up here, I mean, in reality, it was probably way up, but it just didn't make sense that she could reach that high. This was a fail for me, and I can only give this one a D, and it's a D-. Next up, we got issue number 53, and this is the last one in the regular run that George Perez did, and he went out with a bang. I like that. He used that trope of the arching legs, but not only that, you've got wings on this character, and I love how those feathers are drawn. I love the reaction of the Titans there, and it makes you wonder, who is this winged figure that they're looking at? It's a beautiful cover, the colors work, and I'm giving this one a very strong B. Now, in addition, Perez did do 3 annuals, and this is New Teen Titans Annual number 1. And it looks like the art was done with colored pencils there, which is okay. But it just didn't work here. Something about how the color was laid down and the line quality there, it wasn't inked. It doesn't have any change in line thickness. Something fell flat for me on this one. I'm not a big fan of it, and I can only give this one a C. Next up, we got New Teen Titans Annual 2, and this is the comic that introduced for the very first time Vigilante. And I don't know if you saw the TV show Peacemaker, but Vigilante had a pretty big part in that. And his costume is pretty faithful to the design here. I like it. When I saw this one, it didn't work for me at first. I just thought his costume was a little hokey. But after that show, it really shot the stock of this comic up for me. These 5 circles here that have images in it usually don't work. I like them when they're black ink, but this red inked was okay. You've got more figures in the background there. This is a beautiful cover, and I'm giving this one a very strong A. Alright, last one is Tales of the Teen Titans Annual 3. And this is the end of the Judas contract, and it's the one where Tara dies. And it's a great comic book, the death of a major character that will affect all of these characters for the rest of their life, and a beautiful George Perez image. I love this one. It is a compelling story. It is risque, too. Tara does some things in this one that are dark and twisted. She is a sociopath. Beautiful cover, and they caught the reaction of these Titans, especially Gar, so good. He could not believe, even till the end, that Tara was a villain. Beautiful cover, went out with a bang, and I'm giving this one an A. Alright, well now that we have them all ranked, why don't we go ahead and look at the ones in the A tier and pick our favorite. Alright, well of the 56 consecutive issues that George Perez did on the New Teen Titans, I ranked 10 of them with an A. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. We got this first one that is just iconic, and I know I overuse that word, but it really is a great image. Same with number 2, introduction of Deathstroke. Number 4, this great battle between the JLA and the Titans. Issue number 22 that introduced Brother Blood. Issue number 31 with that beautiful blue image of Raven. Issue 34 with Deathstroke shooting up the image of the Titans. Issue 40 with Brother Blood rising from the lava. Issue 49 with those colors of Dr. Light that I'd never seen before. Annual 2, introduction of Vigilante, and Annual 3 of Tales of the Teen Titans, Death of Tara. Well, I gotta see which one of these jumps out at me right away. This is a beautiful image. It's just such a great symbol of Deathstroke shooting the Teen Titans there. Issue number 1 is a little too simple. I didn't like those green hands. You don't know who the villains are. Issue number 2, if they would have had Deathstroke more prominent on the cover there. Issue number 3, they gotta pass. Oh, the colors are great. Oh, Vigilante, this was a beautiful introduction. I mean, that's how you introduce a new character. Dr. Light, Baron Blood rising from it. Oh, if this one didn't have just that hint of pink in the smoke, it might have taken it all. Dr. Light, that central image, it brings your attention right to him. I love that. Oh, the reaction shot of them. Oh, it's going to be hard to beat, but of these 3 issues, which one? I can't say, just because my initial reaction to Vigilante's costume was not good. It really did grow on me. But I got to say, it's between this issue number 34 and this issue number 49. They're both beautiful images, but if I could only choose one, I got to say, oh, great villains. Dr. Light, Deathstroke. Oh, you know what? They did some work with Dr. Light in the Identity Crisis that his stock went so far up that I'm picking this issue 49 as my favorite of the run. I had no idea when I started out which one of his epic run I would choose as my favorite, but something about this one works. It's so interesting that a lot of the designs, when you just have a concept, they should work, but they don't. This is one where if you told me, you just described it, I'd say no way that that layout would work, but it does. All those action lines that draw your eye to Dr. Light's chest, and the fact that he's in white, it just contrasts that yellow in the background so well, and the reaction of those characters. I love this cover, and I'm happy to give it my S tier ranking. Well, thank you for joining me. Let me know if there's any other runs, titles, artists, writers you want me to rank. Thanks again, and have a great night.